Yeah. We'll be best friends.
Danielle's got a new puppy.
I get all of them new, and I'm in heaven. I'm in puppy heaven. She's giving me her good juju before my exams this week.
Yeah, she is, especially the one. Girl, I really.
George is looking at him. George is like, "Do you want me? Do you want me? Do you want me?"
I'm all right now. Thanks for checking in, bro.
So how many exams do you have this week?
3. What is today? Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. I will be here in the pod room taking my exams. Tomorrow's like 10 to noon, and then it's 8 to 10, and then I think another 10 to noon or something like that.
It's kind of good to just get it over in the morning. You can still work in the afternoon and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wish they were all at 8 in the morning, to be honest. Because this is so close to the kids' school, I could just pop over here and just get it out.
Yeah, it does kind of mess up with your schedule with chunks and when you do people's hair.
But since they're proctored, I think they have live proctors sitting right in front of you, so they have to have it at like a set time. So yeah. But anyway, we were going to talk about
GoFundMes.
The GoFundMes, the crazy ones.
Okay.
I know. I was just trying to think of one. Like you see them randomly, and then I'm like,
you're creating a GoFundMe for that.
But I can't think of one specific. Maybe when you guys are talking, it will trigger something.
The ones I remember being like, "Wow, I can't believe you created one for that." It's typically when people create them for themselves. Right, because I think back in the day it was like, hey, this devastating thing happened to this person or family. I'm going to create a GoFundMe for them to help support their whatever. But I feel like the ones that I've seen, and I wouldn't say I've seen one in like 6 months, but I would say before that, it was like something I want. Like, hey, I want a mommy makeover. Here's my GoFundMe.
I have seen that.
Or I want...
Do people make money though?
People give them money.
For mommy makeovers?
Well, if you created a GoFundMe that was like, say, 10 grand, we could contribute to it and you could use that money to get your mommy makeover.
Do people do that though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't followed up with them, but I'm assuming that's what they're using the money for, if that's what they're saying, and those are expensive, I guess. So,
well, and you know who's contributing to those. Some guy that thinks that they're going to have a shot if they give money.
It's true.
That's all you got to do. I swear to God.
Yeah, George. He doesn't like that you've got the baby in your lap.
George, come on. Carly's right there.
He is not having that. Man.
You want to come over here?
Yeah, but the other ones,
Come here.
One other one I know the people personally, and it bothers... Your arms are long, but not that long. It bothers me when, oh my God, look at how jealous...
Okay, but so cute.
That is cute.
Be good, George.
So I knew this couple and they live in Florida and they complain about their financial situation, but they don't do anything to fix it.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff infuriates me because it's like, wait, you're going to keep complaining about what your situation is, but you just spent X amount of money on alcohol or X amount on a brand new truck and so I get frustrated because, well, wait, look at your situation, right? Like, what could you do? No, instead, I'm going to create a GoFundMe, put this poor me story out about why I should get money because I can't afford to do X, Y, Z. You know what, asshole? No, it's because you spend money on this, this, and that, and you're not taking care of what you should be.
Right.
So they create a GoFundMe and give people this poor story, which sucks. I feel like you're taking advantage of people that way.
So the recent one that it's my client. I think I told you about this one. She's a drug addict and just lost her kids.
Mm.
And so her newest GoFundMe, before it was like, oh, I'm 2 months pregnant, right? We need a place to stay, which isn't the case. If you're pregnant and you're homeless, the state will take care of you.
Well, and never mind the fact that you have a mother who probably would take you in, right? Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know though. There might have been too many bridges burned.
Oh,
you know
okay.
What I mean?
Okay. Oh, I didn't know bridges were burned.
Yeah, girls.
She's gonna have to give you the tea after the microphones are running.
Anyways, so her newest one is, which I know that she's lost her custody, right? But her newest one is, I just adopted this dog. I'm a single mom trying to, get my kids back from CPS, which she's not. They're long gone, right? And this dog is like my only companion right now, keeping me together, and I need money for its shots. Okay.
Could you DoorDash her 3 nights a week and make up the money?
Or not do
for-
meth. I don't know. But
Yeah,
also,
meth
like,
doesn't sound cheap.
they've adopted this dog, right? I'm sure she's adopted it. They give the dogs their shots. Also, if you can't afford shots for a dog, you probably shouldn't
have a dog.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say too. When you see people that do that for animals, and it's like, why do you have the animal then if you can't?
If you-
Right. So it's like this huge sob story, but it's like, really, your sob story does not. You shouldn't have the dog if you can't afford its shots.
Well, and I don't like sob stories when they're lying because, like
Well,
you
that
said,
too.
she's using things that aren't really real and
Right.
trying to like.
Well,
get
I mean,
people worked
people
up.
love
Yeah.
animals, right? So they're gonna see that and they're gonna go for it.
Right.
Do you want to get down?
Yeah.
Yes. Do we have any good?
No. I was thinking about like the plastic surgery thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that.
But because also it sounds like plastic surgery has gotten even more expensive, right? Even maybe
yeah.
over the past 10 years, because I've seen that stuff too, where they talk about how much, using Mommy Makeover as an example, how much that used to cost 10 years ago versus now. And then like these people talk about like going to the cheapest option. I wouldn't want to go to the cheapest
No.
option if I'm doing something
Right.
like that. I'm like, I want to go to the dude that or woman that knows what they're doing and
Right.
they've done it 1,000 times.
1000%.
But yeah, I don't know. If I wanted to do something like that and I didn't have the money, okay, there's options, right? I could even work from home a couple days a week doing online answering phones or whatever. Like there's so many things you could do to make your own way.
Or like you said,
Yeah.
even like door dashing or
Yes.
Ubering, all that stuff is such an option now.
So let's talk about DoorDash for a minute
Oh my god.
because this fascinates me. Did you see Carly's DoorDash option where she was looking for dessert?
Yeah.
Can you
Like-
tell us about this?
I literally typed in ice cream cake and that was the only
said,
thing
"I'll
that
give
popped
you an
up, but
ice
it just showed the icon that said cake. Right?
Okay.
That's the name of the company. And I was like, oh well, they probably have like good options, right?
Because it's called cake. Why
Because it's
wouldn't
called
it?
why wouldn't
Cake,
it have
like
cake?
it's not like ordering from Dairy Queen where they have like 2 different cakes that you can choose from, right?
Totally.
And that popped up. Like, if you guys
So-
didn't see it, it was all
It's
sex
on-
toys.
Yeah, it's on our or the screenshot is on our Instagram.
Oh.
So I'm curious about what was in your cart though.
Oh, literally in my cart was not crumble cookie. Because if you have a cart going still and you click on
Oh,
another,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you know how you,
You
can
can
order from
multiple
different
carts,
places
yeah,
and
yeah.
they can they'll find a driver that will pick up.
Yeah.
So I think it was from wherever we ended up ordering Cold Stone.
Oh, okay.
So there was an
Okay.
ice cream cake in there. But first of all, you're gonna have your DoorDasher go to, I'm assuming,
dude.
this sex
Dude,
store.
what if I'm super religious? What if I'm a DoorDasher who I believe that you don't go into those places, right? Or I just feel uncomfortable.
Right.
But this is how I make a living, door dashing.
Right.
Like that blows my mind how we could have that even as an option for a door dasher.
And I
It's
guess,
pretty amazing you could get tipped off of
A sex
dildo
toy.
for somebody
well, and it's,
delivering this.
maybe
Not
I'm
religious over here.
more new to it and I'm not because I DoorDash a lot, but like I thought that was just food. And the
Yeah.
occasional like convenience store.
Yeah.
Now you can go and where is this
I
cake
wonder
store?
where
I would
it
like
was
to know
coming
where
from.
it's at.
Now I gotta look it up.
But
It was
you
like
know-
11 miles from you, I think it was.
Was it?
Which seemed far for the door
For the DoorDasher. I'm waiting a 11-mile
Don't they have,
drive.
like, DoorDash markets now?
Do they?
I think.
You're like, man, it's only me 58 minutes till I get my pleasure stick.
Seriously. And I mean, Todd did eat mine, so like I do need a new one. Actually, I was contemplating it because I was
Todd
like,
ate it?
babe, how convenient.
Poor
Yeah.
Todd.
No, it was the end. Like, if it was the
Just
other
the
side,
tip.
like, no, not the good tip. It was the bad tip that turns it on and off. Like, I guess.
Oh, baby girl. Baby girl.
So you want to take her?
But I was like, we should try this out. Like,
Okay.
let's see what this is.
Yeah.
He's
I hear
like,
you.
I
I
ain't
hear
having a DoorDasher showing up to our house with, like, come on.
At least
Like,
you
don't
have
look-
someone in there helping you with that, right? Because if Raj was like, "Let's do this," you guys would have done that.
We would have done.
You would have had the DoorDasher go get crumble cookie, McDonald's, and
Yeah.
Make
a
a pit
stick.
stop at Cake, and like, let's be honest, like they were affordable,
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
very
they-
intriguing.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw one over $25.
I think there was one for 43 because I was like, "What is that?" Like it was shaped like a mushroom or something.
Oh,
I mean,
was
there's
it?
all kinds of stuff nowadays.
I mean, I
don't
didn't
even
dig
understand.
too deep into it, but I almost wanted to order from there just to see what the DoorDasher's reaction would be dropping
People
it.
are like, "Lady, I need a big ass tip for this for walking
I
into
know. I'm
this
gonna know what a
place."
cake store is. I really want to.
And if it's a store or if it's like
Oh, quick stop warehouse somewhere where people just pick up their.
pick up their stuff, because
Yeah, because when I have DoorDash, I remember when they added, because it didn't used to be this way, but remember they added like, oh, if you order within the next 3 minutes,
you can
you
add.
can add 7-Eleven
Yes.
or whatever else,
Uh-huh,
right? And I was like, that's an interesting ad.
Mhm.
But now to branch off into like naughtiness, that's kind of crazy.
But I'd like to go to that address and see what it's all about.
We should. So here's what we expect is you to report back to us
Yeah.
what you discovered at the cake store.
Could you have a dash cam where you could take us on your entire
Oh my
journey there?
God.
No, but I could take my phone in with me.
Really, you should get one of those little cameras, like the little pin ones,
And like,
and like have conversations with people. This would be so fantastic.
I know.
You're like an undercover agent,
okay, that would be kind of funny.
wouldn't it?
But what if it's like some person's house that they're just selling these dildos out of their basement?
They say that and like sell that in like Pampered Chef at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you here for?
What's the
Because
code
it could
word?
be like
Yeah.
like a sex party person.
Yes,
you know what I
totally,
mean? Where they come to
totally.
your house. Like, but how do you get on DoorDash? That's my question.
Yeah,
I have to figure this out. I wish I didn't have to go back to work after this.
because like the same philosophy, the same
Like, it's
philosophy, you
like
could
my
add. You could have hair extensions, right? It's like, oh, if you order within the next 4 minutes, your dasher will pick up luxury.
hair extensions.
Okay, maybe we're onto something.
Just put me in there with the cake
Yeah.
store.
Especially if they're like, at a good discount, right?
Right.
Because you're act now and you're like, I got to get rid of
I
these
gotta
10
get-
pieces
yeah.
to bring in new
Or
inventory.
somebody's like, I have this hair extension client coming in
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Oh my God, perfect.
Yeah, like I need to
This'll
get these
work.
hair extensions,
Dash.
and I get tipped off of $200 hair extensions or whatever. I'd be like, I'd
Well,
pick
do you
that up
know-
every single time, right?
So Salon Centric is on DoorDash.
That's right. So, well, maybe it was one of you guys telling me that if you try to order from them, that's how you
That's
get
how
it.
you get it now. Like they don't have a rep that brings you anything. So maybe that's what I have got to figure out where this store is.
because that could legit be a real thing for you. You don't have to drive
I
anywhere.
feel there's like a market.
Yeah.
It's like an Instacart market
Like
or a
what
DoorDash
else could we
market.
sell on it?
And it's over by like the Broomfield, what's the emissions place? Yeah, emissions place.
Yeah.
There's like a DoorDash market over there in that industrial area.
You're serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll take a picture next time I'm over in the area.
And what
It's
do they
like-
have in there?
It's like an inventory warehouse. It's for like people to go pick up this stuff to go, right? So like say
Oh, the cake
these
store.
cake things, right? They ship it to this warehouse where it's not a brick and mortar that we can go to, but
Okay.
it's an
They will
inventory
just
that
come
DoorDash.
pick up
They will
that
come pick it up from
package.
this store, that has like this kind of novelty items. And
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that does make more sense because I've never heard of this store and I know plenty of them.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it's pretty cool. I'm sure, they make a killing off the sticks and
Yeah. Well, and let's be
There's-
honest, like, I don't know that I ever see those stores as much around. Like,
No, you have like your like main ones, like
I know there's like
But even
crystals in
where?
Boulder and then one on the way to the zoo. That's it.
Fascinations and
but like
Thornton.
around us, like
Romantics.
around Thornton
Romantics.
Broomfield.
Yeah.
No,
People in Thornton and Broomfield
You
are
buy
having
stuff
sex.
online now.
yeah.
Or online. Still no rose.
I haven't even opened it.
Oh my god.
This is
Just give it to Carly.
just crazy.
At
You know what
point,
you
she
need
locked
to
her-
do?
Mine is broken.
She got eaten by a dog. That's the story, at least.
I should have taken a picture of it
You know what
before
I'll
I
do?
threw it away.
I'll bring it Monday, and we can open it here.
Okay.
And Carly can like
She
a
is a
diamond.
romantics.
Yeah, like a diamond. She can inspect
Yeah,
it for its
like
like
a diamond.
quality.
I mean, I've never tried
It's
a rose.
imperfections.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah,
I'll be
it's
back in
like
3
real
minutes.
I
rose
feel like
material.
This
Yeah.
won't work.
So batteries in that thing?
Just come fully charged.
Right.
She's like, it's all right. I'll still figure it out.
Is it? I
I'll still
got
make it
it.
work.
I got it. And I got to find a better hiding place so Todd doesn't
Yeah.
find it.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be funny. Please do bring it.
Dang,
What's wrong with you?
Tasty. I know. He missed you.
That's
He's like, I
what it is.
missed you, my
Like, I
surrogate
need
mama.
sleeping for an hour, play with me.
Yeah, just staring at you.
We'll say
longingly.
he's definitely a lot more rambunctious than Todd.
This one?
Me
Todd's gotten
too.
pretty lazy.
Bro,
Not when you had him. Like
he was like he was
He's
more
probably-
outside.
He was probably so excited to see you at home. He just lays around.
Yeah, you're
the
boring
entire
at this
time.
point.
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, but Todd
eaten the
also has a
sticks.
dog to play with, right? George doesn't, right? Isn't he an only dog?
He's an only dog.
So he's
Mhm.
like, I need to get this energy out, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine Becky and Derek are going on any long runs, having rager parties. You know,
Yeah.
that type of stuff.
No, that's not what happens, huh?
Mm-mm. Poor George.
Oh
Anyway.
man,
All right, no, still no. Good. GoFundMe story.
got nothing.
All right.
It's right. It happens. She'll remember like 50 if
I
she's
know.
leaving here today.
Or our phones will pick it up, and then
We'll see it.
they're gonna all the GoFundMe's are gonna show up.
Are your guys's do your clients talk about politics when they're in your chair?
Yeah, sometime. I've gotten fired by 3 last month.
Oh, that's
You're that passionate?
I'm not passionate
speaks
at all.
back up.
Well, I do speak up, but I also cave a little bit, and sometimes that's just not good enough. It's just the fact that you don't see eye to eye that they just can't handle. And I
I'm really good at going.
I got the boot.
Yeah, that's hard though when like that happens, right? And you're just expected to not say anything, and then if you do, that's not in complete alignment. Then they don't want you as a stylist anymore.
Right. Well, and the saddest part is I'm the same person I was 13 years ago.
Totally.
And these are
Yeah.
clients I've had since I ran a Groupon when I started my very first
Wow.
salon.
That's hard.
You used to be a Grouponer?
I did. I moved here from Ohio with no clients, and I opened up a suite with nothing, and I had a full clientele in 6 months.
We were telling a newbie in this space that, like, because I feel like newbies will come in, don't have a book of clients. I warn them. This isn't how it works, guys. You're going to
Yep.
have to hoof it.
Uh-huh.
And I was talking to one of them, I think, with her, and I was like, listen to how she started,
Yeah.
right? Because they just think they put the now open sign up, and everybody's
Everyone
gonna come
comes in.
That's
Oh,
not how
I
it works.
hustled, but like I must have been in like the perfect time where everyone was moving here looking for a new stylist, and I have retained like 90%.
I was gonna say you still have to like know your craft because I used to at the old place I used to work. There was this older lady, and I mean she was on Groupon the whole time she was there, and she still couldn't make. I mean you don't get shit off
No.
of Groupon,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's all she was getting was new Groupon
Yeah.
after new Groupon because she was not retaining anybody. And-
No, like
Oof.
they actually, I had some clients who came to me who was like, I tried to actually get a refund for this Groupon because I couldn't get in with you. And
Oh.
Groupon advised that I keep it because your reviews, my reviews were so good
It was worth
that
the wait.
it was worth the wait. So like they actually helped me out, which usually they don't care enough.
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
like, I think this is like
Yeah, she's
well, they
legit.
don't make money if they're not using the Groupons,
and
right?
it-
So
right. And but also with Groupon, you get paid no matter what. So I mean,
Yeah.
there was a lot that I got paid on that never even came in.
even if they got a refund,
So some people just would buy it and then you
Let it
forget you have
expire.
it, let
Yeah.
it expire, and you get paid out every week on it or every 2 weeks. But
interesting.
I was able to, and I also obviously offer. I was like, all right, so if you book your next appointment today, like I'll offer you 10% off on your second.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until the third appointment that I was making the full amount. But I mean,
Still.
it was
That's
a
pretty good. Yeah,
lifesaver, and that was what,
Okay.
15 years ago.
and now
That
look
was a
at
long
you.
time ago. Still have all of them, minus 3.
I was thinking about that because I feel like, yeah, because it's just, I don't know, times are just so weird. Or even like now, like people like talking about tariffs and stuff, right? It's like, it's so volatile, right? And so I'm kind of the same mostly. Like when people are kind of throwing stuff around, I just don't say
Yeah,
anything
you're like
because
You
I
can.
just don't.
Well, and for in our situations, these people are paying our bills,
Yeah,
right?
that's
so
a good
like,
point. Yeah.
I do voice my opinion. My biggest thing that I say is agree to disagree, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, agree to disagree.
Totally.
Like I don't mind listening to you, and I find it very interesting. Like
Your
know,
perspective.
your
Yeah.
perspective, and actually, okay, there's sometimes I'm like I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm never disrespectful. But I thought it was gonna die down for sure.
But yeah, it just seems to
And
kind of.
it's not
yeah.
dying down in my chair.
But it's a shame you can't say agree to disagree, and then that turns into a full fledged. Well, you don't
Right.
agree with me, and then I'm firing you as a stylist, even though I love you and I've loved you for years.
yeah.
It makes no sense to me. It
And
really
we've been
doesn't.
through multiple presidents in
Yes.
15 years.
Yes.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Like, why is it now that you've decided to?
Yeah.
I think nobody's disliked a president as much as these two that we had. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think there just hasn't been as much of a dislike for both sides, really.
Yeah. Which in turn to me has created dislike for the people that support.
Mhm. Stop.
Dude, he stinks. What the
Becky-
fuck are you
Becky,
feeding
don't.
him?
My dog.
George. And why is he
Becky,
do you
what are you
smell
feeding
that?
George?
I
Do you
don't.
guys smell that? I'm like eating it right now.
I don't smell anything yet. It hasn't made its way down here.
I think he's still on his science diet puppy
Ooh.
food. Becky, if you would
Bro.
like to get some of Stacy's
Bro.
doggy door.
Doggy door dine or
Yeah.
fresh dog food. Yeah, none of
It
that
doesn't.
happening.
It does. Doesn't.
Look at, he's like, why are you guys talking about
I
me?
smell it too.
Now see? He does it right by me.
Georgia.
Are we sure he doesn't gotta go?
Hey, mom.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you better
You
you better
gotta-
not take a dump in here, bro.
That's it. This will be the last pod you're ever invited to, bud.
No dumping in the pod room
That's
from anybody.
That's right.
No matter what kind of party it is, it's not
Oh,
happening.
Poor
George.
George. We'll take you out soon enough. Just eat that shoelace.
Yeah, just eat more junk that you
Yeah.
your ass smells like it. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah.
Is he eating my shoelace? Is he really?
No, he was just
No,
sniffing
no,
them.
yeah,
I think he was.
absolutely.
I think he was thinking about it though.
Does that come up in your classes at all? Politics? Or does it come up in the kids' schools at all?
I haven't heard of
Not
anything.
that. No.
I think on maybe election day, it was like, oh, this is gonna be like a hard day for people or whatever, and they said that maybe at the schools, like, just or the day after,
Mhm.
But I don't think I've heard anything since then.
I think
Yeah.
my kids will tell me that other kids will bring stuff up. Because kids repeat what their parents say.
Well, yeah.
I
So-
think quite a few kids were passionate. I heard
Yeah.
from Chloe after,
Yeah.
election day. I didn't even know what a presidential election was when I was their age, you
Yeah.
know?
No,
And
it
to
is
have them
cre-
be so passionate.
Yeah.
That's sad. Honestly, that's so sad to have them worried about something that's just, you can't vote till you're 18. It's because it's not in your calendar. It shouldn't be in your
There
calendar.
is a cool aspect to it, though, right? Because you're right. Back in the day, I would say at a certain age, we just didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think now, and maybe to a fault, right? They care so much, but they're so, right now, they're children and they're swayed by
Mhm.
their parents, right? So until they can, really think through, well, do I really believe what my parents tell me, right?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
the
'cause it's
guidance
all
they
one
give me.
side, really,
Totally.
right?
It's right
Like-
now it is.
Right,
Right
right,
now
right,
it's
right.
one side, yeah.
Which I mean, I don't mind calling myself out. I'd say more independent, but lean left. My sister is very right, and she was like, we were having this conversation, and
You guys are twin sisters.
we're twin
This is
sisters, yeah.
fascinating, yeah.
So we don't talk politics.
You just don't,
Yeah,
yeah,
we just
yeah.
don't. We agree to disagree,
Yeah.
right? And we both know that, so we just don't talk about it. But she was telling me how she was like, you should listen to some of these podcasts or whatever. Talking about, I think it was more for her side or whatever, and I'm like, well, why don't you listen to maybe some of the Democratic podcasts and
Yeah.
then maybe see if
Yeah.
your views change on how they look at it. And she was very hard on oh no, and she even knew it sounded a little bit,
Yeah.
but she just was not about to go there.
Yeah.
Which fine, that's
Yeah,
her
then
right,
why would you?
right? But I think just to your point of parents and things, we don't 100% know the other side if we're not willing to explore it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, and I'm not saying she's right or wrong, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. But she just was not willing to explore the other side, and I'm sure for these kids who are kids, they're not exploring the other side either, because why would they?
Totally.
So
Totally.
they don't know what they like or believe
Yeah.
or whatever.
I do have to bring this up. Did you? I think it's Bill Maher, the CNN guy. He's got
Hey.
his own.
Hey, that's just, George digging through something that's not his right now.
George.
You can hear all the feedback on the camera. Look at him with his little boots
He's
on.
stealing her.
You stole my baby's toy. Okay, so anyway,
Oh, that one.
who?
He's on CNN.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is.
He's like one of the only
He's gray hair guy.
gray haired guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glasses.
I might be getting his name wrong.
Is
Yeah.
CNN a conservative side or is that a
It's
liberal?
liberal.
Liberal.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
So he's like one of their only people that have like a show, like maybe like late night, or I could be getting that wrong.
Okay.
So he was asked, and it's actually very intriguing, and I should send it to you guys. He was asked to go to dinner at the White House with Trump.
Oh, so he's not a Trump fan at all.
At
and
all.
he was asked to go to dinner
At
there.
all.
Did he
And
go?
I think he went. And I think it was like kind of like a let's sit down and have a talk, because like some of the information maybe that's been getting out, or what he's saying, like, just more
Yeah.
like trash talk over time.
Yeah. I respect that though, when two opposite sides can sit
Yeah.
down and talk. Like I feel like
Respectively.
everybody
Yeah.
respectively,
Uh-huh.
should be
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah.
It is mind blowing.
Really?
What he says about Trump.
Yeah, send that to us. I'd be
He
curious to.
basically says anything I ever thought about him,
Really?
like I pretty much take back. The Trump that you see on TV and in the media and whatever is not the man that I sat down with at the White House and had dinner with. He goes, I have been in settings with very high up people where they won't look you in the eye. They cut you off when you talk. They don't have any opinion on what you say, nor do they care. He goes, he asked me questions. He asked my opinion on things. We laughed. We joked. Like, it was a amazing dinner. And he goes, now we don't agree on things. And we made that quite clear. He's like, but I would consider basically that leaving that dinner, we had a friendship.
So was his take on it that the way that Trump portrays himself
Mm-hmm.
in the media is intentionally more like brash or
Yeah, I would say
harsh?
like harsh versus who he actually is.
I
Interesting.
wonder why, if that's the case, right? I always take everything with a grain of salt. If that is the case, why? I wonder what he thinks or why he acts that way, because that's what a lot of people don't like him for. So if that's not really who you are, and you're getting all of this negative feedback about your portrayed self, why wouldn't you change it? I'd be curious, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, and I agree with that. I
Just be
gotta
interesting.
send it. Interesting, like
Yeah.
it's, if that's not right, like, and if people do have a problem with it, like even including this guy who
Yeah.
sat down with him,
Yeah.
to say like this is not the man I met
yeah,
at the
That's
White
interesting.
House.
yeah.
This was recent, I'm assuming he went
This
to the White House.
Just happened. Like I was watching it on the news, or on, I think it was on like CNN. I watched, like, it was just, we turned the TV on and that was on. I was like, what is he saying?
Interesting.
And then Roger sent me the whole
The whole thing.
the whole clip, so I'll have to send it to you guys.
Yeah.
And again, he's like, we're still not going to see eye to eye on things,
Yeah.
but the fact that we could sit down and like, he must have a big impact on, the left, right? To where Trump was like, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe we
Interesting.
can like start seeing like eye to eye in different
uh-huh.
things. But he was like, he was interested in what I had to say and my opinion on things. And he listened and he never interrupted,
That's nice.
like, the entire time.
I think it all boils down to having respect for one another. I have a friend who's very, very right, and I respect her, so I'm not gonna tell her what she thinks is wrong.
Yeah.
because I respect her.
Well, and that's how I was like,
You know?
I'm not about to lose any. I don't want to lose family,
it ain't worth it.
No.
friends
No.
over this. And that's why it's like, even having a conversation, like if I can see it's, I won't typically ever bring it up because
Some people just
some
don't
people,
have that.
especially
yeah.
like even with my husband's family, like some are, not that we like associate with them all the time, but like we're just like not even worth it because I've loved you long before I cared about politics,
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
And there's some people, right, that are probably different political views that you're not going to be friends with, but you're not going to be friends with just because of who they are, not necessarily their political
Right.
views,
But the thing
That's
though
right.
too that I like about that interview you just told us about, or even like friends in general, is, I'm not, if you're a Republican and I'm not going to make a preconceived idea about why you think the way you do or why you vote. Like, that's not right. I should sit down with you
Yep.
and listen to why you believe the things you do, and you should listen to why I believe the things that I do, and like that should be the truth, right? Not, well, I just dislike you because you voted for the guy I hate. Well, that doesn't make sense because you're my friend. Why wouldn't I want to listen to what my friend's thoughts are?
Well, and I've
To your point,
compared
right?
that.
You're not going to write them off.
I've compared that to like religion. That would
Yeah.
be like me being like, oh, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
You don't have the same exact
Yeah.
values
Exactly.
that I do.
Yeah.
I'm Presbyterian, but you're Mormon, so we can't be friends. Like I would never do that, nor do some of the greatest people I know
Yeah.
are Mormon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I've never
totally.
looked at them based on their religion.
Except for that weird ass TV show where that mom like beats her kids, right? Wasn't that
Again, though, we would never be friends with, not because she's Mormon.
totally?
But because she
of how
beats
she
her
Because she
children.
beats her kids.
Yeah.
But then they made a point in there to say this Mormon mom.
Yeah, dude, that's
Well, I think her religion had a lot to do with why she went to the lengths she went.
Oh,
with her
you think so?
okay.
Because
because she thought they were devils.
Devil,
you
that's
know?
true, that's
Like,
true.
Oh, she did.
That's
Okay,
true.
because
It's
I
like
saw
a
like
religious-
this much of that with you guys, and I feel like that's all
you
I've
need to
ever
watch
seen of it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you
And
gotta
I
watch
felt
it.
like they kept saying she was Mormon over and over. I'm like, why are you trashing the Mormon religion? But now it makes sense because
that I think led her to
that's
where
led
she
her to
was
that.
at.
Okay.
And, you know,
Because
she-
her kids were possessed or the
and
devil
even
was
if
in
it's
them.
not, even if that's not how she truly right, and she just played it like that, like she made her husband leave for a year because
He
in the
was.
Mormon church or whatever, and maybe this was from the therapist, but every couple goes through a separation.
So where'd he go for a year?
He moved
He
out.
moved out. I don't know where he went, but he
stayed
so that's
at-
why he didn't know what was happening to those kids. He hadn't seen them for a year.
A year.
So she didn't
was
even let
not
him see
allowed
the
to have
kids?
contact.
No contact.
She was like, "Do not call, do not." And he was so in love with his wife and wanted to make it work. He was like, "She will let me know." So the police department called him and said, "We have your children." He had no idea what kind of condition they were in.
So in the interview, he's
Yeah.
like, "Can I have my children? Can I get my?" They're like, "Well,
And he's still, when he was sitting down in the police department, he'll tell you himself, he was like, "I thought they were trying to brainwash me. There was no way my wife could do this." He still was like, and that's where I think the Mormon church, like, it's kind of like a brainwashing thing, and that's how that got.
That's common sense. Back to the common sense
Right,
that we
right.
talk about. Like, okay, she wants me to move out
Right.
for a year. I don't see my kids either for a year.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say okay.
well," and they allowed the therapist to move in with them, and then she kicked him out.
You have to
You
watch
have to
it.
watch
It's
it.
crazy.
It's insane.
And then why did she think all of her kids were possessed?
Just the
'Cause they
youngest
were-
two,
Yeah, they were being kids,
they were
Oh.
following the rules.
following the rules that
set
she
up.
had set
They were
up.
just being kids, and she's a little ridiculous with the rules. It sounds like.
Yeah, like the punishments did not
Well,
fit
and
the
she
crime
kicked,
type.
yeah, he kicked the son out because he was
Disowned the daughter, the oldest daughter, because they at this point they could all tell on her. So she basically told anybody that had any
Different opinion.
different opinion or could call the cops on her. She said, "Go, don't come back,"
and blamed
that's
it on
when
them
it started
being
going downhill. Yeah.
Is she in prison today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How long ago did this happen? Do you know? Like
That
a
was
couple
like
years?
COVID years. Yeah.
Yeah, the show,
21,
the
22.
documentary just came out, but it was in COVID years, right? That
Yeah.
So that made it extra hard because it was COVID time, right? So everybody's like on
on
lockdown.
lockdown.
hmm Just
Interesting.
the one kid escaped and showed up at a neighbor's
12 years
and
old.
said, "Can you please call the cops for me?" And his ankles were all bloody
No.
and he was
taped up.
emaciated, and that's how.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
so sad.
And she lived on this like property. Like I don't think the house. It's not like the houses were next to each other,
And the house
which
was
made it even more so. And she had like a whole basement with like hidden rooms and things.
a safe that was like one of those ones you would like
this was
see at
the
like a bank.
therapist.
But like
Mhm.
here would probably be a 10-15 million dollar
Yeah.
home.
It was
Like
crazy. know.
massive.
So is the therapist in jail too?
Yes.
Yeah. hmm
Is the therapist? Did her and the therapist have a relationship?
Yeah, they did, right?
Well, I mean, they didn't.
Did
It's
they never
believed
admit to
that
that?
they did.
Yeah.
I don't know that they ever like founded it, but it was believed that their relationship went past a friendship. though nobody could prove it, you know?
That's messed up.
Side note from that, have you guys seen Handmaid's Tale?
There's not a new one, right?
I think a new season just came out.
Oh, did it? I've
never
seen it back
seen it.
in the.
So so I've just started it. Have you been watching?
I've never seen it ever. You both are like,
That one, it's
good.
good.
they made
It's
us
good.
stop at the
But
cake shop for that one.
Yeah.
No, you don't know.
No, it's sad and
it kind of
terrifying.
is the same. It's based around the same where religion
Okay.
overtakes the way of life.
So America is like, yeah, being taken over, and everyone's trying to flee to Canada.
But
it's
women
being-
have no rights.
no rights.
So the Handmaid's Tale is it's the tale of the handmaid. Handmaids are there to basically be surrogates. So they're raped once a month by these husbands in between the legs of the wives.
But it's only the women who can have babies. So some of these women, the wives can't have kids.
right, so they hire these handmaids. They pluck out people's eyes. They what is it like when they the
Cartilage.
numbers- yeah,
Tag you.
They tag
Ding, ding,
you.
ding.
Yeah.
I
What did you
remember.
guys?
It's not this. This cartilage. Got it.
Got it. Your mom's so smart.
I
you
know I am.
Yeah, they like beat them, and yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty messed up. But I feel like it could happen in real life. Like if that
I mean, it definitely like I mean, it's scary.
yeah. And so but this lady, her husband, this particular handmaid, her husband fled to Canada. He got away to Canada. He was trying to get out with her, but they caught her and her daughter. Her daughter got taken away. She's not allowed to see her daughter. She's living as a handmaid. She's impregnated for who is it? Some high up
He's
guy
high
in the not military, but in the court
Government,
system,
yeah.
making these rules. And the lady, the mistress or whatever, she's a bitch.
Yeah. Are you only on the first season?
Second.
Okay.
I'm in the second.
I mean, it's an intense, and then she
I feel
tries
like
to flee.
do you like stuff like that?
I don't know. I'm more of like an action, like kill people movie.
I mean,
watcher.
this is there's
Making
definitely
people.
killing there.
Oh really?
It's
It's okay.
But it's based it's weird. It's based in present time.
That's what sounds really weird to me.
So it's
It is.
basically they're taking it back to, they're taking
Yeah.
over. Yep. And then you see they take clips and go to Canada where it's like you're living, it looks like today.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just living their
Oh,
lives.
So
and
it's present day time, but do they still dress like they did back in the day?
so
Like,
their handmaids are in these like bonnets with the thing
Okay,
and
okay.
long.
that's why I never watched it, is because I thought it was like some
An olden
old
days show?
that's
maiden-
exactly
Yes.
what it sounded like to me
They're
too.
in the dresses, fully covered with like
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I never, because I was like, that doesn't. But twice last week's people, because the new season came out, they're like, "Have you seen Handmaid's Tale?" And I was like, everybody keeps talking to me about this Handmaid, and I'm on the second season. I have no time in a
Yeah,
week.
You're making time.
I'm making time.
Shit.
I mean,
I'm
there's
like
a
doing
lot of.
homework and my phone's over here playing.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
that's how good it is.
I mean, I definitely cried a few times in it. So I haven't
Really?
watched
I'm at the part where the baby is not well.
Carly,
Okay.
your microphone looks like it's off.
Oh,
How does that even happen?
George was messing around over there, so
I don't even
George, did you fart on her microphone?
probably.
Okay, there it is. Weird.
weird. Yeah, no,
Someone
it's. I mean,
watches?
it's definitely the word watch. I binged that. God, I think during COVID. Is that when it came out?
I don't know. Just watched 2 episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. The only series like I watch very few series, but like the one and I watched it on the plane. That's how I like actually started watching it. It's called The Night Agent, but it's like
Oh.
an FBI type.
I like that one. That was
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, and so you know what I mean. Like those are the only series. And like when I went on the plane yesterday, what did I watch? I watched.
You went on a plane to get her?
Yeah, I went to Texas.
I thought you were having her like couriered out here.
No, I went.
Mama went and
I
picked
went
up
and I
you.
did like a hey, meet me here.
Dang.
And got back on a plane?
Flew in, met the lady at a Starbucks because it was like between her house and the airport. Immediately turned right back around and got back on a plane.
Ooh, at least that's not a far
at
flight.
a Starbucks. You did the deal at a Starbucks.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because the Uber driver, I thought he thought I was legit making a drug deal. I'm like, I swear to God, it's a
It's
puppy.
just a dog deal.
Yeah,
Just
that's
picking
all
up a
it is.
dog.
But the on the plane I watched, it's a movie. It's called Den of Thieves. It's about Robin Banks. It's like literally everything I watch is like guns, cops, violence. Like my favorite movies are the John Wick movies. Like so
Oh, yeah.
when you guys like even like the love the Spectrum Love one. what's it
Yeah,
called?
Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah, like even when you talk about that, I'm like, I don't know if I could watch that. Like I think I get bored. But I'll have to try them. I mean, you guys are saying these things are good. I have to
It's
try
a lot
them.
of like stuff like Handmaid's Tale. You would probably, I mean, it's really sad, and you would get into it. Love on the Spectrums is something that we put on when we like have
It's
nothing
light.
to
It's
watch. It's light and it's funny.
mindless watching, where you're like,
Did
oh,
you
that's
see
cute.
the video I sent you yesterday from TikTok where it was like, I wish all dating was like Love on the Spectrum, and you didn't see it, and it was a guy pretending he's like, oh, I think I need to what are you talking about farting on a
Yeah.
date? Like, I wish we could just say it like that and like come up with the whole reason why you can't hold a fart in because it could kill you.
Wow.
And then the date just
But he
makes
was
yeah,
normal.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was like, I wish I could do
Yeah,
it like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Make things a lot easier,
right?
For sure.
That
Like,
everybody's just who they are
Yep.
when you meet them, and there's no like, let me try to put on a
Right.
front because I'm on a date.
It's like, oh, I'm having a really great time. Me,
Yeah.
me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I'm just gonna go fart, you know. I'll be right back, or
Whoops,
so I just
sorry.
stay here.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
that's fine.
sorry.
It had to come out.
Yeah.
You could have
Thanks for the
died.
heads up. I can hold my breath.
Yeah. First it stays over here like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's like,
I didn't have to be on a first date with her.
he just gives me a heads up, and I can hold my breath. I'm cool.
It'd be
She's
fine.
asking for.
It's
George.
all
If you
I
just explain to her for 3 minutes that why you're going to do it.
Yeah. I will give you a hall pass, George. You may
George?
toot all you
George?
want.
We did just start last night. We watched the movie. Apparently they have a show too, and it's on an app that I've actually never heard of. Homestead.
Never heard of it.
The movie was pretty good. Basically, they set up a bomb and it takes out all the. They're in a blackout for like months, and I mean it's pretty.
What's the name of the movie?
Homestead?
Oh, what's the app?
Angel something. I have.
The Angel Network. They're the same ones that did that. What was that film about a child abduction?
Oh,
Jim, the guy that was like
Or-
Superman, Jim Cavell.
didn't he have to like prepare just in case they were? He was afraid that they were going to assassinate him after.
Yes,
That was like the America. I know it. Freedom.
Yeah, something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are hard movies to watch, but I've watched them too because it's like I need.
Handmaid's Tale.
Really?
I really do feel like she would like
I mean,
it.
it's intense.
If you like that kind of intense drama stuff, like maybe not a whole bunch of action, but
Action and guns is kind of what seems to like.
there's guns. There's guns.
There's guns
And
in
there's some
Handmaid's
action,
Tale?
but it's like stoning people.
Well, and then
Throwing
I mean,
rocks
a
at
lot
people.
of the handmaids basically, if they're not brainwashed, trying to escape,
Yeah,
get
maybe.
back to. But like, it's very much like almost like smuggling in like illegal immigrants, right? Like if
Really?
you're trying to get out, they're hiding you under tarps and stuff in
They're not
backs of trucks.
parkouring, but it's pretty action packed.
Yeah.
They should pick a number out of our book with the parkour.
You're right.
They, I
we
mean,
do have
they-
some good moves.
Yeah,
I feel like
we need a part D.
yeah, maybe we'll
I
put
feel
one
like
of those
now-
motivational speeches behind on the
Well,
background.
and
Yes.
we need to wear mics because I feel like what we said was
Yeah.
really funny too.
It
we
was
just
very
never
funny.
hurt us really.
So we're back to needing the hook on mics,
Yeah.
and we need the camera for Carly.
That's right.
Like
That's
just
right.
even when you just go to just random places, man, wear that.
We
Where
should all get them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm going into Home Depot. What's gonna happen
Right.
today? Let's see.
because we can make anything worth
Totally.
watching.
Especially if you're trying, right? Like if you're trying to like have a kooky conversation with somebody or something like that.
Like, you'll
would be
make it work.
really funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And I could do like this whole segment of like, is he hitting on me?
That would be
She
funny.
said it here.
Could you
That's just say that's what it's called. Is he hitting on me?
like she asked like where the bathroom is? He's like right over there. He definitely
He
was.
wants my number.
He I just wrote my number on that.
He loves
Did you
me.
say that? He said 5 words to
Yes.
me.
He said it's down that
And then when
hall.
you leave, you're like, check on the bathroom stall.
Left a note.
My digits.
I wrote it right on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. For a good time call.
There's like 5 other ones.
Yeah.
He's always never doing a call.
What is it? What did you call it again? Is he hitting on me? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to. We have to do this.
Let's get
So
some
once you get your
things.
finals done,
Yes.
and we get the things, next week it's on like
I
Donkey
talk to
Kong.
people all the time out in the real world.
I know.
I mean,
you
I got a
do.
discount at
This
Home
makes
Depot the
it
other day,
funny.
so
And he definitely was hitting on you
He
then.
probably
I mean, or
was.
she was, whatever. Like
they
it's-
were.
They were.
They-
Yeah, so that's what we should call. Are they hitting on me?
Are they? Yeah.
Any sex, any gender, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they could be hitting on you.
That would be good. Like have like a weekly. Are they hitting on me?
yes.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just no matter like where you went.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. No.
You just have to remember to turn it on, just to have it on. When you leave your home, Turn it on.
You guys just wait, and you guys will know who this volleyball dad is that I'm talking about too,
I know.
because I'll walk up to him and I'll be like, "Hey, daddy.
Hey, 8-foot pizza daddy.
Daddy.
daddy."
Daddy.
I know you still pretend like you don't remember me, but
Right? Yeah.
I
You're
know you
clearly
do.
hitting on me.
Yeah.
Talk to the mic.
You know, I know you're faking it because you're probably married, but
Yeah.
you were.
You were. Just didn't know it. All right. Well, till next
All right.
week. That'll be fun, and then I'll let you guys know how I did on finals.
I
next
would
week,
love
too.
to hear. Yes,
yes.
Well, it's
we'll
good.
put that on the screenshot of the pod of like
Perfect.
she did it or
Yay.
she's got to do
She
back hands
didn't
again.
do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
More diapers for me.
She's actually
Yeah.
dropping out.
yeah, you can do
Alright.
it. I know you can.
Let's go
All
to
right.
potty, George.
Bye.
Bye. She's so rude to you. That's so mean, huh, George?